Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CP Nostalgia and we have a little update on Young Justice. Well, this week's episode of Young Justice Phantoms took us deep into the Phantom Zone, and we actually met General Zod's cultish followers. Now, many people noticed one of those followers had a House of El logo on his chest, and this has created tons of questions, but we know exactly who that is. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about this House of El villain, his history in the comics, and where he might actually be fitting into the show. Now, before we dive into this though, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. Also, the big giveaway. We're going to give away this Oculus Quest 2 at 50,000 subscribers. All you need to do to get in on our giveaway is be a subscriber and leave us a comment. Well, this week's episode of Young Justice once again generated a ton of questions. We had a full breakdown of the Phantom Zone from General Zod and even met many of his followers, including Ursa and Nod. But there was another one people are asking plenty of questions about. Now, during one of the scenes in the zone, you see one of his soldiers standing up on top of a hill, and he clearly has an emblem on his chest of the House of El. Now, this has led to a ton of speculation, especially considering Tomar Ray mentioned the two El brothers in his speech in this episode, but we actually have a very simple answer to who this is. Now first, the answer. To figure out which member of the House of El this really is, you simply have to go to the credits. During the credits, Nolan North is actually accredited with voicing this character, which is pretty cool, and the character is Kru-El. Now, obviously a play on the word cruel, but he's actually been in DC Comics for a really long time. He made his first appearance in Action Comics 297 way back in 1963, and the version that appeared in World of Krypton in 79 was labeled the first stain on the House of El. He is actually a cousin to Jor-El's father, I guess making him an uncle to Superman and somewhat of a relative to Connor. Now, there have been a couple versions of him in the comics, and they are all a little bit different. The first version was very technologically adept and supplied weapons to Criminal and was eventually exiled to the Phantom Zone. This version may very well be based on him. The reboot of Superman's secret history in World of Krypton, however, kind of changed things up a little bit for Kru. In this version, it's revealed that he was behind a false assassination attempt of other members of the House of El. And once again, this would fit very well into why he's in the Phantom Zone. Now, clearly, Greg Weisman and crew have some kind of plans for these characters, and they often have their own versions here on Earth 16, so it really doesn't have to adhere to either story, but they are a really great place for us to look and try to figure out what's going on with this character. He might not actually really mean a lot, just an appearance and something to get us talking, but the fact we could have another member of the House of El in the universe that has Earth 16 is pretty cool. Now, obviously a lot's going to happen over the next couple weeks on Young Justice. I suspect most of these Kryptonians are indeed going to escape the Phantom Zone, and we're going to have to deal with them firsthand. But until that happens, I have to know what you guys think. What do you think of the character Kru-El making his first appearance on Young Justice Phantoms? And do you think Connor Kent recognized him when he was in the Phantom Zone? Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you're not getting any updates. Peace.